right. Good morning. Good morning. So I was going over my scans this morning, looking at everything that the market had to offer. Today I see BAER up here with 86%. We have timber up with 31%. And those are the top movers above $2. And I'll flip over here to see what's under $2. And we have CING with 63%, 8 million shares traded. So we're going to kind of watch them all. Now, CING, it came up and broke the $2 level earlier. And I didn't know if it was going to hold or what, but it's up 63%. So questionable. But we'll flip over here to Street Smart Edge and let me brighten this up. Okay, so we have CING, BAER, and timber. Let's go ahead and look into some of this news. I guess we can start with CING since it's got the most volume. All right, so Singlet stock skyrockets after ADHD treatment shows positive trial results. So these are just trial results. This could go either way. Not a real conviction in that news. Let's see if they're talking money though at all. Does not look like they're talking any money. It's just a trial. BAER will be the next one. BAER Aerospace Group Holding shares up 37% pre-market. Somebody reported a 22.4% stake. Okay, that's still not the greatest news. BAER. And then TMBR. Timber Pharmaceuticals receives European Orphan Drug Designation TMB001 in X-linked recessive. Oh my goodness. Whatever that word is. Ichthyosis. I don't know. Ichthyosis. But yeah, those are the top movers on the day. So I did end up taking one trade yesterday, which was on OCEA. Yesterday I saw this thing come down. I was like, man, I'm waiting on a dip, waiting on a dip, waiting on a dip. And it was dipping, but it just did not have any kind of reversal, especially on the news that it had. I was expecting a little bit better move on it. I did not get that move back out of well, what I thought was a dip, but it was just kind of fading. I ended up entering in here at like $13 was my average, looking for this thing to get bought up. And let me make this a little bit bigger. Looking for this thing to get bought up, and I had a $13 average, and I was risking, in my head I was like, okay, I'm gonna risk $100. So I put a hard stop in that would save me from taking a huge loss. I only took 75 shares because I wasn't sure about this one. If it was gonna go, great. If it wasn't, hey, I don't want to lose that much. Usually my usual positions are 1,000 to 2,000 shares. So I think I made a smart move just taking the 75 shares. It did end up dropping though. Off of this false, it was kind of like looking like it was gonna curl, had this little bottom pump back in here to the 13s, played around with 13s and the 1250s, but then flushed. And so I gave back $99. So whatever. That was my first red trade on the month. And there was some telltale signs that should have kept me out of it. One was the decreasing volume was becoming more and more apparent, and I still pushed forward even though I saw a decrease in volume and it was falling off of the scans and it really wasn't showing up in many places. I went around my better judgment and jumped in there and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a try, risk $100 and see what happens. But you know, that wasn't the best strategy to use on that one. Um, but things happen, you know. One red trade for what, seven green ones. I think I'm okay. But yeah, today we're going to be seeing how these play out. None of these have killer news, but I guess we could go to see what's the best news. But I really don't think it matters right now. We're going to see a nice little volume battle at the beginning, at the open, of who wants to be strong on the day. CING is already out of scope under the $2. BAER just looks like it's going to be grinding whichever direction that it chooses. Timber looking like it's coming on down as well. Hit a high up here of 307 and coming on down. The SPY is back under the 400s. Had a nice little gap down from the 400s down here to the 398s, and now continues back down to this previous low level. And I'll go ahead and take OCA Alpha there. But these are what I've narrowed down, and none of them are looking great. So we'll see if we get any kind of other freaky movers towards the open. Donnell says watching timber over 250 support. That's an early entry, isn't it? Might be an early entry. I don't know. Let's see. What's the daily chart looking like for this thing? So over here on TOS, we can see that it looks like it's giving back profit a lot. Gapped up from 6 cents up here to the 125s, and has been in this range between 250 and what's this bottom, $2. So 250 and $2 trying to hold. We'll see. I mean, the news, I don't know if that news can lift it out of this hole, but I don't know. I think it needs some time. And it's only up 25%. So you also have to look at the competition on the day. We have an 82% and we have a 59%. So those are bigger ranges. So we have to take that into consideration as well. And plus the other two that are above it in range are also above it in volume. So they're getting more eyes on them as of right now. So I'll definitely be careful in that one. CING is going to need to hold $2. TMBR is going to need to compete with these two other ones. It's behind almost, 4 million shares, and then 6 million shares behind CING. So we'll see. Good morning, Lori. BAER, the next OSIA. BAER was let's see. Oh, nah, I doubt it. The news isn't even as good as OSIA's. I mean, BAER is just, that news was what? Aerospace news. And we saw what happened with OSIA, that people did not fall in love with it like I thought they were. So it was like, okay. All right. We've seen this musical chairs before. Donnell says VWAP at 260. It has to get over VWAP, but it's pulling back now. Looks like no trade for me now. Yep. On timber, yep. So let's go ahead and get some support and resistance levels labeled out here for intraday, and do some calculations of, you know, what we may be able to expect out of some of these. So first of all, I like to look at the hour chart and look at what is the best move during pre-market. So the best move looks to be what, 534 up to the 862. So do I want to round that? 530s up to the 860s, but the body of this candle was from the 623, 630 up to the 768. So let's do some calcs. 770 minus 630 in the body. So the best body on the day had $1.40 in there. So a 25% capture on that would be about 35 cents on this one. But that's only if the intraday is looking like it can provide a 35-cent move. But during pre-market, that was the best body candle. Let me go and add that as a note. So we got 35 cents as the best that it showed us. We'll also look at level 2s here in a minute. And we'll save that. And then for the full candle itself, 530, 855. So it's a $3.20 move. 25 cents or 25% of that is 80 cents. So best case scenario, I mean 80 cents, but then you have the 35 cents. I don't know which one to go with. I'll be less greedy on this one with that weak news and just say 35 cents. If you get 35 cents out of that, I think you're good to go. But I wouldn't be looking for more. Let's go ahead and look at some of the other statistics that we like to check. BAER. So let's see, statistics. Float, no float there on Yahoo Finance. We have insider holding 90%, held by institutions 101%. Go out here to FinViz. We have at FinViz, it says the float is 3.89 million on BAER. Outstanding shares 43.77. It says that the insider owning is 90% and it doesn't have anything for the institutional owning. Okay. So we know it's some pretty high insider owning no matter what, which could be good to force it in one direction that the insiders believe in. Let's see. Let's go to BAM. BAER, no shelf registrations on Bear. Let's see, short squeeze, BAER. No information over here. Okay. So Bear, got some good insider holding, maybe a grinder. I don't really know, but definitely one to watch. And I think it's going to end up winning the competition over CING here soon. Is catching up on the volume very quickly. 7 million shares traded on today. CING almost coming to a standstill at 58%. So I want to see CING just get knocked off the list overall. I like to just, if it's a weak stock, I want to see it fall down the list. BAER, but definitely pushing on up there. Timber, I don't know if I would be willing to buy this one just yet because of all the competition. I mean, look at how its volume is just sitting still in comparison to BAER. Sometimes it's about the momentum. Sometimes you can just see the trades going through. I mean, you can literally see the volume doing more than this volume. So I would say, I don't know. I'll be patient on TMBR because Bear can give that better move. The biggest candle on TMBR though was from 197. The body of the candle 197. I'll go ahead and round that to $2 up to 264. So 64 cents in total there on the body. So let's say 264. Well, I mean, we already know it's 64 cents, and a 25% move on that one would be 16 cents. So if you can get 16 cents off of that one, that's pretty good, The full body of this one was from 2 up to 290. So 290 was 90 cents. So 90 cents, 25% of that would be 22 cents. So 16 to 22 cents. If you can get, if you can get close to 16, you probably have taken the best move on the day, especially with that catalyst. So yeah, I guess just don't get too greedy. Don't be, thinking you're gonna get $1 because the catalyst is weak. All right, and CING was the other one that we had, but it does not look like it wants to stay above $2. Best move during aftermarket or pre-market. Let's see. This one was from $1 up to the body of this dollar to a $1.65. Then it had a secondary candle here, but that's, I don't know if we can go with this one. This one's 184 up to 213, much smaller. The range there is what's going to be the problem. 108, so about 60 cents. And what is the probability of you getting this 25 or this 15-cent winner? You're gonna have to be perfect to get 15 cents off this thing, and I don't want to work that hard for such a small range. You know what I mean? This one has this other candle from the actual pre-market open is from 184 up here to the 213s. So 213 minus 184 is 29 cents. So times 25. So that'll be a 7% or a 7-cent winner. That's just not worth it to me. And that's why I kind of stay away from these lower price stocks under $2. The ranges just aren't worth it. I mean, if you see my winning trades, I'm getting, 40 cents easy, 50 cents easy, $1 easy. Why would I settle for 7 cents? But anyway, I'm just waiting on BAER. BAER on the 15-minute does look like it's curling to go downwards. You can see that it's met resistance every time that it's gone up. Had a nice little upshoot into this level of the 759, then an upshoot here, and each time that those candles getting tighter and tighter up here to this ceiling. So I would definitely look for some kind of pullback, because it's definitely met resistance every single step of the way. You can see it walking up here, hit resistance, walking up here, hit resistance, walking up here, hit resistance, and you can see the wicks above as the war zone of that resistance. So definitely be careful on that. We got about 15 minutes to the bell. And same thing with TMBR, less struggle, less volume as well, but you can see these nice little wicks that are holding it down at the 265. Let's read some of these chats real quick. Let's see. Lori said hi bear, the next bear, or Oshia. Lori said 90% insider owning. You don't think bear will be halted at the open? I don't know. I mean, it could go into halts, but with this resistance that is showing, I don't know. But this is the 15-minute. I guess we have to look at the higher time frames to kind of see what's going on, and we can see the same level of resistance here being faced as it's trying to walk up. It hit a high of almost $9. But with the only other issue that I see is the catalyst. The catalyst isn't the greatest. I don't know if that's the kind of catalyst that'll make it halt into the open. But I don't know. We'll have to see. We've got plenty of resistance and maybe some possible support. But this is the one that looks the best on the day to me, but not the best as a tradable stock. I've seen better, is what I'm saying. It looks the best as lined up with everything else that we see today. It looks the best, but with everything that we've seen in the past couple of weeks, it just nah. So there it is, going up there again to the $9. Finding resistance. Is found resistance every single step of the way. 7 million shares traded. Let me jump back over here to the scans real quick and see if we see anything else. Nope. Bear, Timber, CING, anything lower I'm really not worried about. Let's go to, yeah, that's it. So we'll see how these play ball. But Bear is the one to watch on the day with the range and the ability to pay out is what we're looking for, and that volume. CING still sitting still pretty much. BAER breaking into the 8 million shares. So it looks like it's going to go ahead and cross over CING, which is a good thing because CING is trash, under $2. And Timber coming on down below as well. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Look at this competition in the volume story. You don't even need the volume candles. You can just watch the volume itself. And this is what happened yesterday with OSIA. I was watching OSIA. It was getting beat out by 6 other stocks. And I was like, man, I still believe in OSIA. And I jumped in there and I lost money because I didn't take the volume story serious. I was like, it'll jump back up. It's got big range. It'll get bought back up. But if nobody can see it and it's falling off of the scans, there's no reason to be in it. You know, some people be like, oh yeah, well I got into this stock, it had no volume and all this, and it went up. You know, okay, take that trade 10 more times and see if that happens successfully. Sometimes the market does pay stupid. But yeah, BAER easing up through that $9 there, up 106%. Everybody can see this one. So it's going to be the one to watch. It's at the top of the volume movers list. With supposedly 3 million shares in the float. So that's a pretty low float. No shelf registration, very high insider holdings. And the reason that I'm so focused on the insider holdings, so there's insider holdings, there's institutional holdings. Institutions are those big companies in there that can really manipulate the stock. And on those tickers, I've noticed that they have a lot of false breakouts, and not just a lot, but very large false breakouts. Like when they get out of the range, they get punched back into the range. With insider holding, you have people that actually believe in the company, is that it can go in one direction or the other. Most of the time, if there is a high insider holding, you're going to have much better follow through. So if something breaks out, it holds those levels, right? Because insiders aren't looking like institutions. Institutions are like, hey, can we just make money at all points? Can we short it? Can we long it? Can we do options? Can we just take every single cent out of this that we can, this move, right? But with insiders, you know, it's hard to control. The market makers, it's hard to hold it in that range, you know? And that's how the market makers make their money, and that's how they get their backs blown out on some of these with high insider holding. They try to keep it in a tight range, and then when it breaks too much. It's hard to control it. But we have about 7 minutes to the bell, and we'll see what BAER is becoming the top mover on the day. Almost 9 million shares traded, about to overshadow CING. Donnell says he entered bear at 9:15, small position. Okay. So we will see what BAER wants to do this morning. Anyway, hopefully you guys week is going good. My week's still green, but I, giving back a little bit, whatever. I'd rather just have a green month, which I'm having, and just because this month has definitely been a little bit of a struggle bus. Some days have been very, very sporadic, but I know yesterday we talked a lot in the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, let me pop that link out there that I always forget. Now we do a lot of communication in the Discord. Definitely after the stream goes off, if there's something to trade, we don't really just hang around there. But on a hot day, there will definitely be a lot of chatter in the Discord. Go to trade analysis and invite. Generate. Okay. But yeah, there's the Discord link. And most definitely it gets hot in there, especially on days that there is something to trade. And to be honest, most of the days that we have something hot, everybody is able to take some profit off of it. Of course, different strategies go into effect. Some people are scalping the top. Some people are buying the dips like me. Some people are playing those range bound consolidations. So, there's money all over and we're just kind of attacking a ticker, you know. All right, BAER about to capsize this one. I think it's going to beat CING to 9 million shares traded. And then the fun will start. And just looking at this 15-minute pattern of these pullbacks, I do expect some kind of pullback at the open. Looking at this resistance here on each of these candles. Whoops. So it has overshadowed CING now, up 111%. And we did not look at the level 2 at all. Let's see if we see any big numbers sitting down here, any 10,000s or anything like that. No huge numbers here on BAER as of yet. Maybe it'll have to dip. Even on the ask side, I see a 5,000 there, but we want to see something abnormal. So no huge sizes there yet. But I am expecting a pullback here. Danielle, fingers crossed for you, Lori Lee says. Well, he's definitely in the green right now. He got in at watching 9:15. So 9:15. And remember what I had said, that calculation that we did at first was 35 cents. So we'll see if that 35 cents is true and if it starts to pull back now, because it's blessed some people with about 35 cents. So we'll see if it's going to continue to push or doesn't want to come back down. And basically we took the best that happened during pre-market, but now this one's showing us that the best, it moved from what, 743 up here to the 960s, but this candle hasn't closed yet. So we don't know. We do know that this is the best candle, but we don't know where it wants to go. Less than a minute left until the open. Keeping small size, too scared to increase size. Yeah, I'll be scared too. This is definitely one of those that could make some things happen. But we're gonna see. 15 seconds left until the open. It's slipping up to almost $10. That's crazy on the news that it has. This is a pretty insane move for the news that it has. But remember that high insider holding. Hopefully the insiders don't get greedy here and try to dump. So hitting that 1040, wow, 1095, and Lori was right into a halt. Lori was right. So Donnell is definitely up $1 or something or more on that one. And so we'll have to see this thing come out of the halt. Did not think we were going to see it go straight into the halt, but man, Lori. Out here with the gunslinging knowledge. Oh man, that's crazy. Exited too soon at 990. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this thing opens up. Let's go to the halt. Thing halted at. Wait a minute. Is Oshia halted as well? We have multiple halts here. Yes, Oshia is halted as well. Both of them were. I think Oshia's news was satellite news as well. Where's Oshia? Oshia is halted as well. Come on now, pull up. Let's see. Ocean. No. This wasn't the satellite news on Oshia. This was Ocean Biomedical that went up. But still, it's halted as well. Let me look at the rest of the halt list to see if anything else halted right at the open. Lunar is also halted, LUNR. Okay, halted going up as well. Very low volume on those other two though. Lunar and Oshia. Let's see. I don't know. This one is not one that's been moving. So yeah, those we'll watch all of these. We'll see what they want to do. But yeah, very weird movement coming into the open of today. Timber Bear. Okay, CING continuing downward with 10 million shares of shorts kind of stepping on the gas on that one. But it still got the top volume on today, so it'll stay up there. 40 cents away from $2. And we're looking for things with catalyst. Okay. So yeah, scans starting to pick up. TMBR is the low float of the day, up 13%, trying to come back up, holding the $2, 5 million shares traded, but it's got to be in competition with the top movers. BAER with 9 million shares traded, Tesla right behind it, and then TMBR right behind that. So very interesting. We want to see what's going to end up being the one on the day. TMBR got back over that 250. Little bit of resistance level at this 263. We'll see if that volume can catch it up with BAER. It needs 3 million though to catch up. Let's see. So BAER halted at 9:30.22. It should be opening up very soon here on the 22. Less than 10 seconds here on BAER about to open. Up 147%. There's the open right there. Huge movement out of there. Top side, oh, looking like it's hitting the 12s. Hitting the 12s, hitting the 12s. 1245, 1250. Almost looked like it went into another halt. Pulling back a little bit. 169%. All right, and there's the shorts coming in and putting their foot down. So the high up there was 1254. 1254 was the start of the short attack. All right. So halted going downwards on BAER. All right, yeah. Man, throat freaking dried out on me. Anyway, BAER halted going down. Is OSHA. Jesus. OSHA didn't do much either. No volume. Lunar still halted. CING looking trash. Okay. So we're seeing what is to be seen today. I'm gonna go ahead and pop Lunar off of here. Volume is not even in competition with anything. Oh shit. The SPY coming back up to the 396. Timber. Okay. So, anybody trying to buy this dip on BAER? Hmm. see if anything else went into halts. Went. What is WINT? Oh, up 4,000 something percent. Going down, halted down. Trash. Let's see when this one's supposed to be unhalting. 9:36, so it'll be opening up at 9:41, 34. You missed the move on TMBR. Yeah, it did a little 20 something cents there. What did we calculate on that one? We said $2 up to the 64. So the best that it can do was what? What was the best it could do? $0.16. So it came down here, 250 struggle point. It did move from 228 up here to the 275. So I guess you could have got your 16 cents somewhere in there, maybe on this breakout of the 262 up here to the 295. So it is about 16 cents, but we'll see. We'll see what it wants to do. Volume is definitely coming into timber. 11 million shares, up 23% out of the open. Don't know why, but it's definitely looking like a triple top on the hour. BAER should have opened up already. Not open yet, though. Interesting. Timber right back down to this flat top of the 260s. Looking like a little bit of resistance there. Wonder will it get back under the 250s? 12 million shares there. Donnell says watching for the 250 on timber. SPY also going down here. Continue to press this way down. 394 looking like it's coming on down on the SPY. CING coming back up to the $2 level. Up 71% and now back on top with the volume. Oh shit, kicking back up there. 820 up to the 10s. Okay, so this one should be opening up here very soon. BAER, if this was a 10-minute halt. On the 34, here it goes. Well, looks like it went into another halt. Down. Man, dying over here. Lori says LUNR back to 100. Halted going down. Everything's reversing. Is that something to do with the SPY going red like this? I don't know. Lunar will go back to at least 50. Hmm. Timber held up that 250. Looking like it wants to go towards the $3. Woo! Okay, there's some short stepping in right here at the 3. Previous high was 305 during pre-market. Facing a little bit of stomp down there. BAER opening up at the 8.99s, looking like it's breaking down to $9 and continuing down. Bear down 10% since the open. Timber going towards $3. It continues to push here. I thought Bear would be the one to watch, but Timber is doing the most. Bear headed on down. Got through the 9, almost to 850. Little hold up here right under the 290s. Looks like for Timber. Tested the 90s multiple times. Well, I don't know if this is setting up a bull trap or a bear trap. It's a little bit of a struggle around that 90, 85 to 90 area. Kind of a 50-50 play here. Bear popped back up quite a bit off the 844s all the way back up here to the 944s. Dollar move. Timber is the only thing still holding green that we're watching from the open. Timber losing that 75. The previous resistance level was right here at the 260s. We'll see if it can break that down. Yeah, this thing is looking like a trap both ways. I don't know what it's trying to do. It won't just push through the 90s. It won't just break down. It's just holding. Bear back up to the 950s, but losing the volume battle on the day. It's only got 14 million, and Timber and CING and others continue to run away from it. Jump over here to scans real quick. We can see the top. These are the top 5 on the day above $2 here. Tesla, Timber, NIO, Bear, Nvidia, and Square. Let's go below $2. Nothing too interesting under here except CING. Everything else pretty much death. And we expect these to be high volume because they're cheap. Timber. Yeah, Timber. I don't know what Timber wants to do. This 290 level, I mean, if it breaks, it's looking like it's going to be strong, but I just don't. I would hate to get caught in a false breakout here with all the struggle at 290. I'm going to go ahead and take CING off. We'll narrow down our focus to these two, Bear and Timber. Let me look at the daily chart for Bear. So Bear on the daily chart, look at this daily chart over on TOS. Got up here and hit the 1250s, pulled all the way back. Now, where in the world is support? We don't know. We don't know where the support is here. So the question is, if somebody was going to buy this up, where would they do it? Would it need to confirm like a multiple touch on support, like maybe a double bottom or something like that, before they're willing to buy? But looking like big red right now. Let's look at Timber. Timber, on the other hand, has some support here at 250 that it's already tested and holding high here, right at the 290s. Yeah, timber is just grinding around. I really don't know what it wants to do. There's no reason it shouldn't have broken that 290 multiple times. What it's tried it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now on the 15 minute and just refuses to break the 290. Very shaky stock. Not a lot of confidence in it. Like in the moves. Not having that continuation and just breaking out. BAER continuing down. Looks like it's breaking down to lower lows. What was this? 850. Big red on the hour chart. Going on down there. And of course, I always let the first hour play out just to see where these things are going. Hmm. Yeah, a lot of death on these two. I don't know why they all of a sudden got so weak. Maybe it's because of the weak catalyst. But Tesla has taken control on the day as far as volume. 30 million shares traded. And Bear starting to break down. So at what point on Bear would there be some support? There's none on the daily chart. It's almost like open skies. Like when we look at some of these other chart patterns, like for shorts, I mean, where do the longs want to stop them? Can they stop them from continuing to push this thing into the graveyard? Still struggling around the 290 area. I just don't trust Timber anymore. It's gonna have to make a decision one way or another because it seems like it's just too much flatness in here for it to just be holding up with this much volume. First 15-minute candle had 9 million shares traded on it. Second had 5 million, and now this one's got 1. But it's got about 9 minutes left on this candle. BAER dipping on down to the $8, continuing down, not finding a bottom. Breaking, looking like it wants to break the $8 down there. Yeah, so definitely leaving his soul back up at the top. All right, let's see. Timber's coming down a little bit, coming and bouncing on VWAP here. VWAP is at the 275 level. So again, not making a decision to break out. This one may be one of those unpredictable stocks on the day. Bear down 18% since the open. Trying to hold up the $8. but has about 20 23 minutes left on this hour candle. My hour candles closed on the half hour, so that's probably why they look a little bit different than yours. They closed on the 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. So I get a little bit more observation time. All right, it did break down to 8. Down 21%. And the volume is falling off, so I will not be buying that dip. Usually the dips that I'm looking to buy are on something that's leading the way in volume, has a good catalyst, and that's pretty much it. And I will definitely participate in those dips. But since this one's falling down the scans, nah, I'm good. I caught a falling knife yesterday with Osea, and it's just like, I don't think it's worth it. Got to get some better catalysts behind them for them to pop back up. Okay, so timber still floating around the 275, looking like it wants to break. Now, if it breaks here, of course, retail is going to be like, oh my goodness, VWAP's breaking, and there it is. So breaking there at the 275, can we get that push down through there? It was a lot of struggle at the 290s, and now all the way back under the 260s there. Can it get the continuation on through the 250s, though, is the question. 260 hold just a little bit. Can it go ahead and break that down? There's the 59s. Can we see more 50s come on the tape? What price did I buy Osea? I bought it at Osea. I bought Osea on this potential pivot here. So this pivot where it came down right here. It broke this low. Broke this previous low of, what is this, the 1236, and it broke it just a little bit, and I was like, there's some buyers that look like a fake breakdown. There may be some buyers in there, and it popped back up here real quick to like 1250 from this bottom, and I was like, okay, well, if the 1250 holds, I'm gonna take an entry. It continued to hold and hold and hold, and I took an entry of 75 shares around that between the 1350 and the 1250 because the range was so big. I was buying like 5 shares at a time until I got my average to about $13. And I was looking for it to hold this previous level, but it could not do it. And when it broke down, I just cut it. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. So I cut that with the $99 loss. So, yeah, that was that $100 loss basically. But yeah, I'm glad that I did cut it where I did, because if it was gonna bounce, I was looking for the retest of the body of this previous candle, which was the 1553, and I was gonna sell at that level, but it just didn't do what I wanted it to do, and it went on down. So I was like, whatever. But today, with this volume that it has, I wouldn't touch it. It's not even competing. Look at Osea volume compared to everybody else's. 22 million, 18 million, 17 million, 2 million. Nah, bruh. Not for a day trade. Timber coming on down to the 250s. Testing again. Bear also holding under the $8. Yeah, Timber Flush got you 262. Yep. Yep, Timber is coming on down. It may go ahead and break 250. All that struggling up at 290s. I know plenty of shorts got in on it. If we look over here on the daily chart on TOS, we can see that it is coming back into these previous this previous level of the 250. We'll see how harshly it can break the 250. If it's going to be a hard break or kind of like a pitter patter around the 250 there. All right, and let me go and see if I see anything else that is holding up some volume and trying to play ball here. I didn't even realize Bed Bath & Beyond had went all the way back down to $1. That's crazy. Lunar continued to pump up a little bit to 37, but just no volume. My only criticism with that one, it moved from $22 up to the $37 there. And it did have quite a bit of a slam here on this 15-minute from the 34 back down to the 26. So definitely some high slam potential there with only 2 million shares traded. All right, Timber, you ready to break down 250 yet? We see a size here on the level 2s on Timber, 22,000 shares there sitting stacked there. Looks like they're going to get a little easy break here. We'll see if they can break that 251 very easily and get on through that 250. Bear down 21% on the day. All right, well, since none of the leading gappers are looking quite healthy, especially Timber with all of this freaking selling pressure above it, selling, just a bunch of bearish signals there on Timber. And all it needs to do is break down this 250. Looking like it's well on its way to doing that. And then over here on Luna, the thing that I saw yesterday on Osea, this is what Osea's level 2s was looking like at the time that I was trying to trade it. There were no big sizes. There were like, it was all like 100 and something like that, but no like 10,000 share positions, 20,000 share positions. That should have been a telltale sign to me. Okay, if there's no big money on the tape that's fooling around, because big money, they can pay to spoof their positions, right? They can pay to have, weird numbers show up on the level 2s, and you're like, what is that? That looks weird. But it's somebody that's got a pretty substantial amount of money that wants to move the stock. But on this one, I mean, we're looking for something out of the ordinary, and we're just not seeing that on the level 2s. No huge sizes like we want to see for nice rips. So let me remove that. And Timber, again, playing around with the 250. BAER, I wouldn't even consider this a bottom. This thing's still red on the hour. Got about 14 minutes until the close of this hour candle. I'm definitely not touching bear today. I'm gonna keep my money in my pocket, and we only got what? We only got two days left of stock market trading. So I'm just going to, play it safe and continue to hold on to my profits. I'm green on the month, green on the week. and you know, just hold those profits and get that knocked out on these last 2 days. Of course, this was a short February month, and we're already going into what, March already. So crazy. We're zooming past these months and weeks and years like crazy. Timber will 22 million. Nvidia coming on up with the volume as well. Yep, Donnell, momentum is looking like it has disappeared on timber. And I don't know if I want to play around on a Friday with something that's down 19% with no bottom in sight on BAER. So yeah. Final scans here. You can take a screenshot, take a picture, whatever you got to do. Because I probably won't be looking at the markets much more for this week. Just gonna take a break and I don't know, may go for a nice little nature walk. Go get some breakfast or something. But if you're going to continue trading on the day, be careful. Of course, we've seen big slams all over the market, and the SPY is still at a struggle point down here on the bottoms. Very nice gap down on the SPY, and we've continued to see the oil come down as well. Of course, we're coming into the warmer months, and they want to spur people to travel. So how do you do that? Well, you reduce prices on what they need to travel, right? And so by bringing oil prices down every year around this time, if this happens, I mean, it's nothing new. They'll bring prices down to try to get more participation in recreational events, you know, boating, camping, traveling, driving, all of that stuff. But yeah, definitely has been in this area multiple times holding up this 70. I don't know if we're going to see a breakdown of the 70. I think we may, but we'll just have to see in these upcoming weeks. For the SPY though, man, I got so many freaking lines around here. This thing has definitely came and is holding out of this downtrend, but yeah, I just got way too many lines here. I don't feel comfortable without the amount of lines that I'm seeing. I think some of these I was just trying to map out levels, but the bigger levels are the ones that actually matter. All right. SPY continuing down here. Looking like it's gonna go ahead and get on down through the, or at least test the 390s today. Man, bear popping back up there. Look at this pop. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look how big this range is. For these little numbers that are out here on the level twos, look how big this range is, from 786 back up here to the 850s. That is a huge rip. And it's still on a red candle. I'm not gonna play that game today. I'm gonna let the fish and the birds have that one. Anyway, I'm about to jump over here and go and get me some breakfast. And you guys, if you're gonna continue trading for the day, please be careful. Y'all have a great weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna be in the Discord much today because I mean I don't see anything. I'd rather just get some good catalysts. None of these had particularly strong catalysts, so you know, I'm just gonna save my time and energy and mental capacity for next week. And as always, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't liked the video, well, if you like it, you can click the like. If you enjoy stock market content and kind of seeing some of these moves as they play out, and seeing some of the setups that we look for and some of the statistics that we look for in specific tickers to make profit in the market, you know, this could be a place for you to kind of chime in, drop your ideas, and definitely your call outs of what you're looking at for the week or the intraday or further. But yeah, that's it for me today. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.